Hey guys, it's Yani here.
I'm Fabio.
And today's video, we're gonna be reacting to the main issue that's going on around the world. Well, not around the world, but mainly in the Philippines and Korea. So there's this trending hashtag called Cancel Korea.
What the hell does it
Because Filipino wanted to cancel Korea.
What does it mean cancel? Delete from the map?
That's the social media term now with all this Generation Z and millennials are saying cancel. Like if you did something wrong, cancel Fabio. Fabio is canceled. Cancel.
Why is that?
It's just a phrase, like you're canceled. But cancel Korea because Filipinos are hating on Korea because Koreans are saying racial slurs towards Filipino.
How's
because I'm like working backwards. Because there's this Filipina TikToker.
Okay.
She did a TikTok video, but then people noticed her tattoo.
Yeah.
She has a tattoo that is the rising sun of Japan, which Korea and Japan historically didn't have a very good history. So Koreans took offense with the tattoo. They were like, why does she have a tattoo on her
Can she have what the
shoulder?
fuck she wants on her skin?
Why is she wearing the tattoo? It's very offensive to the Koreans. So like all the Koreans took offense to that Filipina, and not only to that Filipina, they generalized it to the entire Filipino that they all attack this Filipina and calling her slur words, which Filipinos eventually took offense because it was very racist.
Wow.
But we're gonna see all issue. We're gonna watch a video right now, and we're gonna see her point of view.
I just want to say in 2020, if this is what you're worrying about, of damn tattoos,
Let
you
me
have
tell you.
issues.
Let me tell you.
You
So
have
this is
big
my
time issues.
This is my point of view with this type of generation we have today.
Everyone is offended.
Everybody's offended. Everybody's sensitive.
Entitled.
And everybody, I feel like it's that time of our history where everybody felt obligated to cancel. It's called the cancel culture. Have you heard of the cancel culture?
I still don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's a whole cancel culture. So if you don't like something,
How about they cancel themselves?
if
so
you don't,
we're out of it.
If you don't like something, you cancel it.
Okay,
That's why it's called Cancel Korea.
Sure.
Are you now woke?
I'm about to pull your hair.
That's
they did
another
in the
term.
dark.
Anyway, so we're gonna watch this video. I think she's Korean, Jessica Lee,
Alright.
and I think she explained her point of view in it.
Alright.
So we're gonna watch this first to get to know her perspective, and we're gonna react to it. Without further ado, let's go right into the video.
So she's Korean.
Hey guys, Jessica here. This morning I woke up reading a lot of comments,
Oh, she's
messages,
gorgeous.
and emails from you guys
You know
requesting
Koreans.
me to share my thoughts about this issue that arises from the Filipino TikToker Bella Porch, which sparked a lot of debate online, and that
So
also
Bella is the
led
one
to
that had the
formation
TikToker,
of
yeah.
hashtag
Cancel
Cancel Korea in the Philippines, asking for apology from Koreans.
First of all, she's
and
so
also,
pretty.
I guess, to raise awareness towards racial discrimination against the Filipinos. When I first
To
heard
be
about this
fair, racism still exists. Like you might say it's already 2021, but especially in Asia, racism exists a lot, and colorism.
Between each other.
Other, all the Asians.
We noticed that actually.
We noticed that when we
traveled
traveled,
to Asia.
There's some hates towards Filipino from other culture. We hear people talking. There's some hates from other culture towards
There's
other culture.
hate from Filipinos
Towards
towards
Filipinos.
Filipinos, and it's disgusting to me.
That's what I said because of colorism. If you are darker skin tone
yeah.
in an Asian community, you kind of looked under because obviously light skin, what they say is prettier, but I disagree. I love my skin tone, so let's keep
Anyways,
watching.
Everyone is born with
Cancel
their own
Korea, I was like, what? Cancel Korea? It was such an extreme keyword, cancel Korea.
It's
Thank
hard.
you so much
It's
to
crazy.
those people who enlightened me about this issue as well. To give you a summary of this issue,
Okay,
it
let's hear.
started from the Filipina TikTok star
Okay.
Bella Porch,
Bella?
and the netizens noticed that on her arm there was a tattoo that resembled of the flag Rising Sun. I hope you guys all
Japan.
know what the Rising
I'm
Sun
sorry.
flag is all about, and
Okay, so I'm really sorry for my ignorance. I don't know what the rising sun is. Do
She's
you?
about to explain it.
Okay, but I'm curious to know if you know.
I read it. I explained it to you in the beginning of this
But
video.
you knew
It's still Japan.
afterwards,
I had
right?
to look for it. I didn't know what it is.
So you didn't know either. So they never taught me this in school. And I was very smart in school.
No,
Anyways.
is especially traumatizing for Koreans because that flag was used during the forceful Japanese occupation here in Korea, which lasted for about 35 years. So that
Wow,
flag
long
is
time.
associated with Japanese imperialism, and due to the Imperial Japan's mistreatment during that time of occupation, the flag can be very offensive for many Koreans. That is why we are especially sensitive about this. So I took a look into her
Wait.
tattoo. If it
It's
was
like, think
really
of it as like in Europe, the Nazi flag.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I was
offensive.
about to say. Is
Yeah.
it sort of the same? Well, obviously we cannot probably we cannot compare the two.
I did not see the tattoo in its full form, but to me, I did see those
The rays.
of the
Yeah.
sun. But is it actually the rising sun tattoo? It could be something else, but we don't know.
We don't know. But if that is the case, and someone has, for example, I'm thinking about Europeans, right?
Yeah.
If or whatever in the world,
It's
if
pretty
someone
offensive.
that time.
Like when for Europeans' point of view, I'm not European, but I know for Europeans' point of view, when they see somebody wearing that symbol, Nazi symbol from history in Germany, of course it's offensive.
Yeah.
In today's
I'm just
age.
wondering if obviously we probably cannot compare the two, right?
Also, we can
But-
compare it in the history of America. If somebody wears a symbol of KKK, like the Ku Klux Klan, I think that's what it's called, it's offensive. It's racism because that was the time they, had the genocide for all black
I
people.
was not expecting this type of video. I should have done my research because now I'm a bit struggling.
Well, we're learning because she's explaining it too.
similar to that rising sun flag, and I noticed that it really reminded me of that
It's a
flag.
heart.
No wonder why many Koreans were reacting quite negatively about this. I do understand where they're coming from. So Bella has made a public apology regarding her tattoo.
But wait,
she
her
has said that
wait.
at that time I didn't know the history, but when I found out, I immediately had it covered and scheduled for removal. I am ashamed of myself for not doing my research. I sincerely apologize. In addition, she said that please educate yourself and learn more about it because it came from a terrible history. Please learn from my mistake. Aww.
Wow.
But the problem
Okay.
started
That is amazing what she said because she.
Yeah.
So the heart that she put on top, it was to cover.
I think so.
So it was different before, right?
Yeah, but based on her explanation, it sounded like she has no idea what the symbol meant. So obviously,
So she just
initially she didn't mean no harm to the culture, the
she
Korean
basically
culture.
just liked a symbol and she tattooed it. I think I'm sorry, Bella. I think it's a bit crazy to just tattoo something on your skin and you did not do a tiny bit of research on what you were tattooing. Because I'm sure you saw that image somewhere. If you tattooed it, you didn't just make it up
Let's
in your
keep
own
watching.
mind.
started by how some Korean netizens were attacking not only this TikToker Bella, but also the Filipinos as a whole.
The Filipinos as a
leaving
whole.
comments that are basically very offensive to
We cannot
Filipino
generalize,
people, and
obviously.
That's
I
what
was
I
also very
disagree with.
offended by that. So I will read to you guys some of the comments that I saw.
Okay.
Poor country, non-educated people,
See,
short people.
these are
No,
The
you
we
guys.
cannot for
this
one
year
person.
we traveled Southeast Asia this year, and these are the rumors that we hear about Filipinos talking to Asians from other countries, like Filipinos are uneducated, blah blah blah.
It's hard to we can never generalize, obviously, because there's a lot of very educated people. And all the Filipinos I met, at least 90% of them, they were very sweet and I think not.
Well, the fact
racist
that
at
the
all.
numbers are saying it all. Like Philippines is one of the number one countries in the world who supply medical assistance to other country. Nursing. There's a lot of Filipino nurses. And you cannot call Filipinos dumb because look at the numbers. There's a lot of them that are nurses. Well-educated people who work in medical field. Just an example.
Okay.
But let's listen more.
It's a slave state. No wonder you have no to little education. That's why your country will stay poor and won't grow. Stay that way, small-minded.
That
and
is
this kind of
rude.
reaction is unacceptable. It's
Yeah.
unacceptable. Any form of racial discrimination
Yes.
is unacceptable.
Thank you,
for me.
Jessica.
I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you.
with many of you guys as well. So about this, and to those people who got offended by these comments of some Korean netizens, I would like to apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm very sorry for you guys. I feel very uncomfortable because I also grew up in the Philippines for around the same amount of time that I was in Korea. And so
Wow.
I do feel very sorry
So
for
she
you guys.
knows.
I
So
would
she's
like to
feel-
apologize
Yeah,
on
she lives
behalf
in the
of those
country.
rude Korean netizens. So this issue provoked a lot of Filipinos that the movement of hashtag
Cancel
Cancel Korea
Korea.
started on Twitter. And that hashtag movement only started today, but it has garnered over 200 tweets already. I
Wow.
could definitely feel the anger of these people. So some of the Twitter users are sharing their own experiences about discrimination from the Koreans. So the first tweet starts with the hashtag, and it says it was 2018 when I last visited Seoul. It was a 5-day trip, and not a single day we didn't encounter a rude Korean.
Oh.
Every night we went back to the hotel, even though we were happy, there's that little sting in my heart, in the heart. Sometimes I want to go back, sometimes I don't. Next one is
Oh,
I
that's
may
so
like your
sad.
songs, your cultures, and I even wanted to study in Korea, but I love my country. I'm gonna put my light stick down and proudly raise my flag. This is the time when I
Wow.
felt like, okay, I kind of can see where this is going, and I literally stopped myself in the third post I saw, which is some Koreans saying that Filipino are ugly. But look at these queens. Do they look ugly? I don't think so. And they put some pictures of the Filipino celebrities. So this is the time when it gets a bit confusing because the whole point of this
Yeah,
movement
exactly.
is
What's
to
the
raise
point for
awareness about racial discrimination, that Koreans or any people shouldn't be racist, right? But this post, some Koreans saying that Filipino are ugly, well, I would say it's a rather emotional response. I don't think
Yeah.
reacting to this situation emotionally is effective or is the best thing. It's just an extreme way of expressing and trying to deliver a message. Next one, you could also see, can somebody tell me, is there a Korean who has crowned as Miss Universe, Miss World, or Miss International?
Oh,
This is
shit,
off
that one's
topic.
just
It's
so
not
shady.
related to the core of the problem. I mean, the idea of a hashtag movement, okay, that's like how many things work nowadays. But when it becomes like this, emotional and just attacking
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
really straight on point, and it can really just buy more anger. Many people are also mentioning about the war, the Korean
Wait,
War,
let's
where
pause 1
many
second.
Filipinos came to Korea.
It's so interesting to see how this quickly
Escalated.
transitioned and escalated into beauty community.
At
Like
this-
this is not has nothing to do with beauty.
At this point, everybody's emotional. Like what she said, this is an emotional response. Like if you're very angry and you respond right away without thinking, your emotions will lead your answer. So at this point, people now are sharing like, hey, we're beautiful people too. Look at all these celebrities. Look at all this blah blah blah.
Emotion and ignorance. Because let's not forget that a lot of these people that tweeted, I'm sure, like social media is available to literally everybody. So from the little girl, little boy,
Yeah.
to the elderly. So like there's a wide range of things.
I think
There's-
that's what social media is doing to our culture. It's given everybody a platform and a platform to say whatever they want.
And sometimes 90% of times
Rude.
people don't really think, and maybe
Yeah.
they had a couple extra glasses of wine before they tweeted something. So be very mindful of what you do on
Like,
social media.
I like what she said because the main concern here is the hashtag Cancel Korea to raise awareness of the racism that the Filipino community has received from the Koreans. But it is escalated to the point where people are just bragging
Yeah,
about
we just
who's
lost
prettiest.
what is
Who's the prettiest? You
exactly.
know?
We just lost right away what's the real
point.
meaning, real point.
Let's keep watching because I like her video. I like her point of view.
She's very
to
calm.
fight for our side, and that is such an honor. I also got comments from some of the families of those war veterans, and yeah, that is the reason why I'm also trying to really see the positive connections between Korea and the Philippines
Yeah.
instead of focusing on the negative. It is very saddening how this is really an issue that we can never get rid of. Starting from the spark of the coronavirus, where a lot of people around the world were being
Yes.
racist to any
Chinese.
person that
Chinese,
looked
yeah.
Chinese, followed by the BLM movement. These
The Black
kind
Lives
of
Matter.
issue
This
is
is what I
really
said.
an issue.
This is what I said earlier. 2020 is not the year for everybody. 2020 is like the hardest year in the history, and it'll be written in every single history book years to come. Like 2020 is the hardest year. That's why I said 2020 is canceled.
It really showed how nasty we can be, but hopefully
lot
we
of-
can grow out of it.
But the experiences that what we're experiencing in 2020, I feel like everybody will hopefully will learn from it, see it as an example, and move on and be a better nation or Earth as a whole. We'll see.
And it's very daunting to encounter this. But one thing that I would like you guys to know is that please do not judge the whole
Exactly.
No generalization,
by
we said
these
this earlier.
netizens that you encountered online. I really do understand how it feels to be mocked or insulted because of your race or because of your nationality. That is why I do understand why these people who are joining this movement seem to be expressing their anger in a very emotional way. And seeing that kind of Twitter posts, honestly, is not that new for me, because a few years ago I also uploaded a video titled Racism in the Philippines. And in that video I shared about some of the discriminational experiences that I got when I was in the Philippines as a young student. And the whole point of that video was for me just raising awareness about the issue of racism and reducing it as much as possible
Was she
and really
attacked by
taking
the
it away in our
Filipinos?
generation. But a lot of my Filipino viewers left hateful comments full of anger, saying
I
that,
cannot believe-
Korea is worse, you guys Koreans are such
Why?
a blah blah blah. And
This
it
is
was
so
it was very
crazy what she
hurtful
just
for me,
said,
and
because
and
I
that
feel
kind of comment
so
is
sad for her, because she was sharing her
Own
own
experience.
experience. So you cannot come to me and tell me, oh, you Koreans. No, I'm sharing my experience. You need to shut the fuck up and just listen to it. If you don't like it, go to the next video and
Here's
don't
the
talk to
point.
me.
Here's
So-
the thing. When somebody said Black Lives Matter, you shut up and listen. When somebody said, as a Korean, I experienced racism in the Philippines,
You
shut
shut
up
up
and listen.
and listen.
When somebody said, like Donald Trump is the worst president, you shut up and listen.
I'm getting so mad with this.
When somebody said, I experienced homophobia in the Philippines, you shut up and listen. Because there's a reason why they're sharing their experience. Why would
it's
she
raising awareness.
Why would she take 5 hours of her time to film, upload, edit a video, upload it on YouTube just to share her experience? Like, that's a lot of time. Why would she lie? She's saying something.
It's crazy. So let's just listen.
not to make any generalizations from a personal experience that you encountered, but that can lead to very, very dangerous social issues later on. I know my apology on behalf of those rude Koreans or this video won't calm your anger and the pain
There's
that
a
you
lot of anger
received,
now, yeah.
but I hope that we could get through this together with a positive and rational manner as much as possible to really raise awareness and to eventually solve the problem. Alright guys, so
Absolutely.
that would be the end of today's video. I hope you guys
Wow, I
hope you
kinda-
guys enjoyed it. That's what I always say before I end the video, but this video's topic was a rather heavy one than the usual videos I make. But I still hope you guys found it informative, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
It was very informative, actually.
The way she did the video, you can tell that she literally studied. She slept on it. She took time. She didn't let her emotion guide her decision.
She was very,
Well thought out.
yeah, it was just very like structured, and she just
She knows what
laid
to say,
out
yeah. And she
all
was
the
stating
topics.
facts. She wasn't, like I
Yeah.
said, she wasn't letting her emotion lead her speaking. She was stating facts.
Yeah. And
It's
it-
just a brutal world that we live in, okay? Like, it's a nasty world. Everybody's racist towards everybody.
Well, no. Again, we don't have to generalize here, but definitely there is this issue that needs to be fixed somehow, and it has to start from the education, damn it. Because if we don't know about these issues, then we end up with tattoos that symbolize something brutal in the history.
Do you think she was wrong for having that tattoo?
Well, I mean, it was just a bit of an ignorant move, because when you tattoo something on your skin, the first thing you should do is look up what that thing means. At least that's what I did with my tattoos. And I think if I know what that means, definitely I can like it so much, the tattoo, the design, but I will not do it on my skin, of course. So it always comes from education. And definitely there is this issue with racism. We met a lot of racist people in our life, and ignorant people too, that pass as racist when maybe they're not, but they're just uneducated.
But what
on
confuses me is, why did the problem escalate when the girl who had the tattoo already said her apologies? And she even explained, like, she had no idea. Again, ignorance, right?
Yeah, and she even said, "I'm gonna get this removed." And
she did not only apologize. She also gave the world a solution how she's gonna make it better.
Yes.
And her solution was to erase it or cover up with something.
So I think all this hate was so unnecessary, and we know how from a small fire there's gonna be just like a crazy California fire. So please, just be mindful, just be kind, don't be a bitch like me, and chill. Okay? That's it.
I
Goodbye.
hope everybody will love everybody, but this is our reaction. This is we only found out about it a couple of days ago, and I researched on it today before filming this video, and I explained it to Fabio, and obviously Fabio just found out today, just now. So thank you, bye.
See you soon.